Hi, I'm Ashley Deem, Associate Publisher and Editor of Fantini's Gaming Report, and I am here with Agilysys CEO Ramesh Srinivasan.
Perfect. Thank you, Ashley. Nice to see you too, Ashley. Nice to see you too.
Ramesh, you have come from Bally, where you were CEO, and you are now with Agilysys, which is a smaller company with a niche. Can you tell us a little bit about your transition from a larger gaming supplier to Agilysys?
Sure. I'm very comfortable with the size of Agilysys. I've been in this kind of size companies before. In fact, Ashley, when I joined Bally in 2005, I joined as EVP of Systems. And that time, Bally Systems was about a $95 million annual revenue company, annual revenue business unit. And Agilysys compared to that is 130 million. So the size is comfortable. So it's not that small a company and it is not too big a company as well. In fact, in the hospitality solution space, that's one of the advantages we have. That of our size, when you look at the 100 to 500 million space, we are about the only company. We have a couple of very big competitors in Oracle and Infor, and the rest of the competitors are quite small, who have to scale up. So it's a pretty good sweet spot to be in. And so I'm very happy to be at Agilysys now.
Great. And one of the questions is, what is the future of systems? Are there going to be systems in the future where you have one product that covers everything from guest check-in to slot management to hotel yield optimization? What do you see as some of the trends moving forward on the systems side in gaming?
Yeah, I don't think it is ever going to be one big monolithic system that does everything. Even if one vendor provides a lot of the modules, because we are going to innovate more and more around the customer needs. We provide point of sale, property management, and inventory procurement for food and beverage, but there are a lot of other modules that customers would like us to do. And so even when we do those modules, they won't be one big monolithic system. They will be modules that are well integrated with each other. And also we recognize the fact that we are never going to be the single vendor for all needs. It's just not going to happen. The world of technology is not that way now. So what we are going to focus on is making sure our systems can be well integrated with other systems. Our customers are always going to buy other modules from other vendors as well. So with good APIs, creating good boundaries around our system, connecting it with APIs with other systems, we are going to make sure that our products work with the other products our customers buy in as seamless a fashion as possible. So while we would like to provide more and more of the modules, we would still make it a modular approach so that a customer can buy one module and not the other. And even when we are not the only provider, we'll make sure we integrate well with all the other systems that a customer provides. So I don't think it's going to be one vendor doing everything, but all vendors will have to be good integrators as well as system producers.
So over the next year, what are the focuses that Agilysys has in the realm of gaming?
Both in the realm of gaming and outside the realm of gaming. About 50% of our revenue comes from gaming now. Our major focus areas are to make ourselves a lot more customer-centric company, to listen to our customers a lot more and make sure that we don't go off on our own angle, but we do what our customers want us to do. And the other part is we want to become a lot more engineering-driven company. We want to behave and act like a technology software company, which means we want to be a lot more engineering driven. So we are increasing the number of engineering developers in the company. We want to get a lot more engineering product related stuff done. And we also want to be extremely customer centric. We recently reorganized our professional services, technical services team to be organized by customers. So we want to focus on making sure we provide all the kind of customer centricity and service that our customers require. I think we can improve. We have gotten a lot better this year. We'll get better and we'll be a lot more engineering focused company.
Ramesh, thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
I appreciate it, Ashley.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Very nice to see you again. Thank you.
Now that we've gotten some broad level comments from Ramesh, we are going to hear from Adam Roberts, sales engineer, and he is going to go over a couple of Agilysys products with us. Adam?
Yeah, so we could start off with taking a look at our InfoGenesis point of sale solution. The first thing that really sets us apart from other our competitors is our offline architecture. So if you look to the top left-hand corner, That green box means that this system's online connected. So there's a lot of things you can do in an offline scenario. So with our own property management system, you can work in a completely offline manner. You can have folio room charging in an offline state. In other words, the terminals can hold that information. So if you wanted to operate in an environment with low connectivity, you'd still be able to charge offline. You're able to do shift resets in an offline state as well, so you can reset your bartenders, your servers. With that being said, you can also do credit cards offline if you choose to. So you can call for a true voice auth or to take them in faith. And once the terminal comes back online, those transactions are going to instantly be uploaded to the background. We use our Guest Pay, which is our credit card payment gateway, which means that we have point-to-point encryption, so credit card data is never exposed within your network. So from a point-of-sale perspective, what I'm showing you here is just a fine dining restaurant. We have, it's completely customizable. So anything between that toolbar on the left-hand side and our order display here is completely customizable. So that allows every single operation to be, again, customized to the manager, the bartender's preference. That includes the size, the shape, and the color of each of your buttons. And it also allows you to put the most specific buttons for that specific business operation. So again, that customization is consistent throughout the product. From here, I think we can go to room charging. Actually, let me go ahead and ring in an item here. And I'm going to go navigate to the tender screen. So another key point is the integration we have between our products. So when we speak specifically to our property management, not only are you able to do room charging, city ledger, you're also able to do a guest inquiry that's going to pull up additional information about that guest. So bear with me 1 second as I type this in. Oh, well, it did work, but you're able to see when they arrive what package they're attached to, and so that interface goes over to our property management system, V1 or LMS. So this is our guest buy. This is our self-service kiosk. There's many options for you, but it uses the InfoGenesis backbone for it. So if you have InfoGenesis as a product, you get the menu items from InfoGenesis, as well as reporting is all available through InfoGenesis. So this is just a presentation layer. And in fact, if I have to explain to you how it works, it's probably too difficult to use. So here we have somewhat of a complex menu where there might be subscreens or different food stations concepts. So again, it can be as complicated as your menu requires. So if I want to choose a specific concept as a guest, I'm going to walk up to the kiosk. If I want a salad, for example, it's giving me subscreens where I can choose the salad. We can have very rich text, rich pictures here that you can put on there, so the presentation layer makes the food look very appetizing. So in this case, I'll go ahead and select that item. You'll notice that item appears. If I want to add more items, I can simply select there. Also, of course, there's a lot of pantries in the hospitality industry where someone grab and go, for example. And so you can see below here, there's the ability to scan menu items. So from here, I can just scan the item. It's going to show up just as I do select a menu item itself. To pay, very straightforward to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit Pay Now. And then we have our different tender types, whether that be a credit card, again using point-to-point encryption, room charge with two-factor authentication where the guest would have to type in not only their last name but also the room number to make sure that they are the guest in question. To do the charge, and we see it's prompting me for a receipt. So if I want a guest receipt, I can receive that here. So if we move on, so once the guest has paid, we can move on here to where we're going to be able to see our order being prepped here. This, on this screen here, would be in the expediter station where the order would appear. If I select one as the prepper, I can bump that off my screen. And what will happen there is this particular order, when I bump it, will allow the item here to move from the preparing to the ready so the guest knows they can pick up their order.
Now we're going to get an additional product demonstration from Thor Hansen, sales engineer for Agilysys.
Thank you. So the product that I'm going to show you today is a product we just released. It's called Check-in, Check-out. So one of the things that we talk about within the hospitality industry, particularly as it relates to gaming, is the guest journey. So the guest journey begins at home. So prior to the guests arriving at the property, they'll receive a standard text message saying that they can check into their hotel. So this is the actual message that I'll be receiving. So that is a link, and the reason we chose text messaging is in today's world, a lot of our customers are saying that it's much more personalized, okay? So we talk about the guest experience, making it personable to the guest, to the property. So here, when I want to come in, I can go in and search my reservation, I can go and to my reservation, and it's going to take me through this user interface. The first thing we want to showcase is the ability for them to upgrade. So now we're monetizing an application that allows them to check in, but increasing the guest spend by getting a better room. So the better room, they have options that they can choose. So once I upgrade my room, it will take me to this next screen. So this next screen will give me additional information that I can add. When are you going to arrive? Well, I can arrive at 4:30. We can also look at airport arrival, particular airlines. Those can be customized. If that's not something you want, you can eliminate that. In fact, this whole application here is customizable to the property. So therefore, we're going to allow for them to brand that based on the property. I can then come in and take my information here. I can see what's due today, and then it can show me in detail what that is from an itemized standpoint. Notice this is where my upgrade is. I can then also come in and agree to the terms, and now I can check this in. It will now do a pre-registration into our application for the pre-registration. Once I'm checked in here, I can go in, and now I can book my dining room reservation. So this is the next journey. So through all the applications that we have, I can come in and book this dining room reservation at an additional time here. I can book this, and if you notice on here, this screen here will allow me to see in real time once that reservation is done, okay? So here, it's been successful, information is passed along, and boom, Thor Hansen's dining room reservation has been applied. I then now can also go in and I can close out the check to the room. We can then also look at that information with their billing profile to look at whatever charges, resort fees, checks from our application, which is Infogenesis. So again, that completes the journey for the guest. So as a summary, the guest stays home. That's the beginning of their journey. They get to the property, they check in, they have a dining room reservation, they post transactions through our Infogenesis, and then they check out. That completes their journey.
Thank you, Thor.